Hi everybody, it's Dandruff with your news Cartridge from Monday, February 27th, 2017. Welcome back from the weekend, and I just want to start with an announcement today. This is my 15th week in a row of doing videos, if you count the 2 weeks where I was sick, and normally my policy is to take a week off every 10 weeks. So I just want to let everyone know now that I will be taking a full week off starting on March 13th, and I will get back to making videos on the 20th. I can't take this week off because there's just so much happening, and I don't want to take next week off either because there's going to be tons of stuff on the Nintendo Switch, and I think it's going to be best if I do it a week after that. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you want to keep up with some news articles that I find during that week. I'll still post some stuff there, I just don't want to make any videos or work really hard. Alright, so today begins with a happy birthday to Pokemon, as the franchise has turned 21 years old today, and it makes me feel like a kid again. This, of course, is celebrating the Japanese release, and hey, Pokemon is old enough to drink now. And to celebrate, every Pikachu you catch in Pokemon Go from now until March 6th will be wearing a birthday hat. Cool. Moving on to some big news today, as Shadow of Mordor 2 has been leaked by US retailer Target. Not much longer after that, Warner Bros. Released an official announcement trailer, which you can find a link to view the whole thing in the description down below. The name of the sequel is Shadow of War, and it's expected to release on PS4, PC, and Xbox One later this year on August 25th. A first-person shooter for the PSVR has been announced by developer Impulse Gear called Farpoint, and it's coming on May 16th. It'll be the first game to utilize the PlayStation VR aim controller, and of course there will be a bundle available for $79.99 US or your regional equivalent. Speaking of VR devices, LG is going to compete with HTC with more than just phones, as they have announced that they too are developing their own VR headset. What I think is the most interesting is this will be shown off at Valve's booth at GDC this year. Is Valve teaming up with two different companies to produce two different VR headsets? Wait, why would they compete against themselves? That doesn't make any sense. Does this make any sense to you? Let me know in the comment section down below. Injustice 2 has a new teaser site which will reveal a new character on Thursday. Starting tomorrow for Xbox One and PC, Ubisoft will offer a free trial of The Division, which will let players play up to 6 hours or reach level 8, whatever comes first. It's coming to PS4, but not until March 9th. And speaking of The Division, the 1.6 update has been released, which you can find a link to the full patch notes in the description down below, as well as links for sources for all of today's stories. Also getting an update is Fire Emblem Heroes, which is getting 6 additional heroes and new missions. Horizon Zero Dawn releases tomorrow, but if you pre-ordered it digitally, you can now preload it to get playing before everyone else. Paradox Games has announced today that Stellaris will be getting its first expansion on April 6th called Utopia. It will cost $19.99 US or your regional equivalent. Journey to Ungoro is coming in April and will be the next expansion to Hearthstone. It will introduce quest cards that when played and certain conditions are met, they will activate an ability. There's been a possible leak of this screenshot that appeared on NeoGAF that many are saying is from the next Assassin's Creed game called Assassin's Creed Empire. Up next is some Twitch TV news, and now users may change their username, something that has been requested for quite some time. Twitch warns though to change your streamer stats to your new name before changing your username, because some streamers were locked out of viewing their stats. This will also not redirect the URL, so if you have it set up say on Twitter or YouTube, you will have to go manually change that. Twitch will hold your previous name for 6 months, after which other users will be able to claim it. And then Twitch will start selling video games in the spring. Now this really isn't a surprise to me because Twitch is owned by Amazon and is already a huge supplier of video games. If you are watching a partnered streamer and happen to buy the game they are playing, they can earn up to 5% of sales. There is no telling if this button will be added to non-partnered streamers, but if I know Twitch, once again, this will not benefit them in any way. Moving on to some legal news, after the recent judgment in favor of Zenimax versus Oculus, Zenimax is now filing for an injunction against Oculus, which could spell doom for the VR headset producer. Basically, Oculus would have to stop using anything that is infringing on Zenimax's intellectual property, including hardware and software that is running the Rift headset. If they lose, Oculus has 3 options in my opinion. Either they work with Zenimax and license the property they need to continue operations as they are now, they completely develop new hardware and software so they're not infringing on anyone's rights, or they completely shut down as a company. Of course, Oculus and Facebook aren't just going to roll over and let this happen, so stay tuned to News Cartridge for more details as they unfold. This next one is definitely not a reaction to news in the last month, as GameStop is changing their alleged Circle of Life program. Circle of Life may or may not exist, and GameStop is changing it. How do you change something that doesn't exist? You can't! That's a paradox. Now, along with the 4 previous quotas, a 5th metric has been added, which will account for new game sales. GameStop, I didn't want you to change the Circle of Life program, I wanted you to realize it was futile in any form, and get rid of it. It puts needless pressure on employees involving factors they may not have any ability to influence, and influencing some of those factors may involve nefarious methods. Just stop it, GameStop. Just stop it. Well, finally today, at the end of the week, the Nintendo Switch launches, and may I point out that this is going to be a terrible week for the employees of GameStop. They're going to be selling a lot of new merchandise. Don't forget that Horizon Zero Dawn comes out tomorrow, and I would assume that is a lot of new game sales this week. One more game has had its Wii U version cancelled and now will release on the Nintendo Switch instead. Rive is a twin-stick shooter, and this is the 6th game that has been subjected to this treatment, the other 5 being Stardew Valley, Yooka-Laylee, The Unlikely Legend of Rusty Pip, Hollow Knight, and The Next Penelope. There is no reason why these games can't come out on both systems. I guess Nintendo just doesn't mind showing favoritism amongst their platforms. Something like this. Moving on, YouTuber Erekes Gaming released a video detailing his experience with testing the battery life of the Nintendo Switch by playing The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I am very pleased to tell you that he was able to play for 3 hours and 2 minutes, which is exactly what Nintendo promised. I am gonna completely back him up with that one. And that brings us to the final topic about the Nintendo Switch, and that is the first game that will not have a home mode has been revealed. It's a rhythm game called Vose, and it utilizes touch controls, but this is not something I'm gonna defend them on. Touch controls are very similar to motion controls in my eyes, and since the majority of games will have an alternate control scheme between a more traditional style and motion controls, then why not just include an alternate scheme for touch games? Maybe this isn't the best example of a game to try to fight against this, but I don't want this to be implemented by a developer because they feel as though taking their game on the go would ruin the experience. If I got a Switch, I would want to be able to play any of the games that I have either in home mode or on the go mode. But how do you feel about this? Do you feel as though locking the game to either mobile mode or home mode is a big deal, or it's not? Let me know in the comment section down below. You know it's a very big deal. Tomorrow's game releases for PC: Energia, Turnaround, Desync, Hound, From Shadows, Blowhards, My Vet Practice, Stage Presence, Constellation Distania, For the King, RC Air Sim, RC Model Airplane Flight Simulator, Locomancer, and V3. For PlayStation 4, Horizon Zero Dawn, The Walking Dead, The Telltale Series, A New Frontier, Dying Reborn, Torment, Tides of Numenera, and Ghostblade HD. For Xbox One, Torment, Tides of Numenera. For Nintendo Wii U, Ghostblade HD, and for Nintendo 3DS, Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And a Nazgul walks into a bar. The bartender says, we don't serve your kind here. The Nazgul says, that's racist. Yay, I nailed that joke. That's a terrible, terrible joke. So, I am really, really sorry the episode is up late today. I have been dealing with some family stuff. I don't really want to get into it because it's private stuff. Everything's okay for now. Everything is okay for now. I'll figure it out. Family stuff again. Jim Sterling Jimquisition did not disappoint. Mwah! It is so good. There'll be a link down below in the description. It's going to be one of the only times I actually have a link for the end card. Please, everybody go watch it. It's 38, almost 39 minutes of Jim Sterling talking about digital homicide and the court case and all the crazy things that he was subjected to during that case. Oh my goodness gracious, good golly. The little just nuances of the court case it's just crazy. James Romine, wow, what a swell guy. So tomorrow too, big news. And I haven't even actually touched on this at all in my show, and I really should have been putting it here since Friday. I think the news came out that GTX 1080 Ti is supposed to be revealed tomorrow. This week is pretty damn big. Horizon Zero Dawn comes out tomorrow. Oh my goodness. I think I want to get that game too. I think I want to boot up this goddamn thing and go play some Horizon Zero Dawn. See, that's how much I don't play my PlayStation. It's up here. I'm in the upstairs part of my apartment, and like I've got my PlayStation up here. I don't even have it plugged in. It's a prop at this point. I don't play it. I've got a PC. By the way, also too, my Wii U gamepad is just fine. I was not holding it close enough to damage it. I'm not gonna break my own shit. Who the fuck breaks their own shit? Fuck, man. I don't know. Social media links are over here. I'm done talking. Social media links there. Subscribing now. Friday's video, Friday's video, there, now. Bye.